Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So let's talk about Nandi and the Rev, what is happening now, and how I'm feeling about the show. Now, you guys, it turns out that Nandi and her husband at some point did have enough sense to realize that the relationship was not working out, okay? And they made a decision to go their separate ways. The Reverend moved out of the home that they shared at the time, and Nandi was left behind with the kids. They even moved on with other people. Okay, Nandi says that her husband had moved on with a person that was a pastor's wife, but was now or is now widowed. He moved on with that person at church, and she moved on with a guy that nobody wants to tell us who he is. Even when she's saying her name, they are beeping. Okay, the whole thing. I don't understand how the investigators of the internet haven't found this person, because I've been waiting for somebody to come here and say, listen, this is the guy that Unandi tattooed on her body. Now, during that whole time when they were moving on, Nandi says that for her to make it clear that there was no turning back when they were moving on, she had tattooed this guy's name on her body, and the guy had done the same. Okay, so they were serious about their relationship. Listen, I'm serious about my husband, but we ain't doing that, honey. We ain't doing that. But that's what she did. Now they decide to get back together, and it sounds like the husband is the one that came back home, and they decided to give it a try. Now, you guys, the timelines are not given here, because I do believe that around Easter they were already shooting the show, if I'm correct. Around Easter this year, if I am correct, okay, they were already shooting the show. So I did wonder if the pastor did not come back home because they had received this offer to do the show together, and it just wasn't going to make sense for them to not be together while shooting a show about, which is called Nandi and the Rev. So they had to get back together. Because, guys, there are so many times where I feel like Nandi is over her husband. Like, if that husband walked away, she just wouldn't be bothered with it. And also, I've said before that I feel like most of the kids want their parents together. Like, most of the kids, if you ask them if they would prefer for their parents to go their separate ways, most kids would want their parents together. Once the kids are the ones that are saying, my parents, once the kids say that, what, I think my parents should go their separate ways, this is not working out, then it's really not working out, and it's really affecting the kids. I think that's the time that you really should just like give up and go your separate ways. So with Nandi and the Rev, obviously Nandi seems to be over it. The kids really don't think that it's okay for them to be together. They think it's toxic, especially Uliza, the firstborn, and she has expressed that she feels like the only thing that they should do is co-parent. She says she feels like Nandi is over the Rev. So I do feel like there are possibilities that, Pastor came back home just so that they will be able to shoot the show. But obviously we have seen on social media that they are still together, because they, we see them together. I don't know, you guys, if they live in the car, but Nandi and the Rev are always taking their videos inside the car. So I don't know where they live right now, but I would think that maybe the money from the show helped them to get a place to stay, because that was the biggest issue after they finished shooting the show. If the check has come, maybe they did get a place to stay. So now they're back together. From what the pastor is saying, he really does want to work things out with Unandi. And he is also saying that he had not moved on, because the story of them moving on was told by Nandi, that she moved on and he moved on. And he says that he hadn't moved on in that way. He went to live at that woman's place because he did not have a place to stay after he moved out of their home. And so he moved on. This woman offered him a place to stay. Like, guys, like, I don't know a church when people will not have an issue with the pastor moving in with a widow. So it made me feel like, listen, this church, it made me feel like maybe all of the things that Nadia has been saying about this church, they're true, because what kind of a church? Listen, okay, they will be calling umkhokelikazi to sit down with Umfundisi and say, Umfundisi, this doesn't look right, because it just wouldn't look right, okay, unless really everybody knew that they were dating and that maybe they were going to get married at some point. But I do not know a church that would be okay with a pastor that is having problems in his marriage moving in with a widow. Okay, he says that she was just helping him because he used to be her late husband's friend. That's even worse, okay? So the pastor wants us to think that he moved in with a woman that was widowed and they never did anything inappropriate. The woman is just a friend. Nandi is like, listen, at this point, this woman is like my, sister wife, okay? Now, this person that the pastor allegedly moved on with, it sounds like she has some influence in the church, and she had suggested that Unandi comes and her to have a conversation with her so that they can see how they work things out for the pastor to get back to the church, because there's nothing more important to the reverend than going back to the church. It's even more important than finding a job. We've only seen him in one episode where he was trying to get a gig or something so that he could feed his kids. Listen, okay, I don't like men that don't like to work, I feel like a man that does not have a job should be stressed about not having a job. And that pastor is not stressed enough about not having a job. He's stressed about not going back to church, which, was a job. But listen, that job is over. Get another job, okay? Now, you guys, with them being back together, initially it really looked like they were really trying to work things out, but they are just always having arguments. I'm always thinking, if you are having so many arguments on camera, because I feel like if the cameras were around at my house, we will not behave the same. It would be almost impossible to behave the same. There are things that we will be careful not to do in the house because obviously there are these strangers in the house. But I feel like if you are arguing and fussing and around strangers in your house, I can only imagine what happens when the cameras leave, and what those kids hear and see when the cameras are not around. So I feel like it's a possibility that the arguments are worse when the cameras are not around. Even with the pastors drinking, because that has been Nandi's biggest complaint. Listen, you might not like Nandi, but I feel like there's no woman that will be happy with the fact that their husband is not really making a lot of effort to find a job when they have so many kids. There's no woman that will be happy with their husband having time to drink and having money to buy alcohol, but they have so many things that they need to pay for. So I think that Nandi's upset with her husband, is not all the way like wrong, even though I do feel like even her, she can find a job. Okay, they both need to be working with 7 kids. Okay, now I feel like even with the pastors drinking, I feel like what we see is just a little bit of it, and I feel like he tries to act sober, but Nandi will always bring it up, because this past week I did not see any alcohol around him. But when he was having a Bible study, because it was just like all of a sudden this man came to his house and he said that they were having a Bible study. And Unandi was like, how? Umuntu kade phuza earlier on. And then now Bible study njani, how? So I do feel like even with his drinking, because Nandi has mentioned it and also Lisa has mentioned it, I do feel like he probably drinks more when the cameras are not around, and so we don't see all of it. Okay. Now, you guys, when it comes to the kids, Nandi has been on social media to try and say, listen, what people see on the show is not like everything. It's not her whole life. We are just saying just a tiny little bit of it. And I do agree, you guys, because the cameras are not going to be there 24/7. Even if they shot for 3 months, during the 3 months, there are obviously things that we don't see. Okay. But you guys, I do not believe that the kids would lie, especially when they say that there is a scene where the kids said that when it comes to waking their parents up in the morning to help them up in the morning, the father was asking, why do you only wake me up? I don't even understand why, as a father, you have questions as to why your kids are waking you up. Why did they wake you up? Because you are the father. Because you made them. Because they need to go to school. And they need at least one parent to be helping them out. Okay. So he was asking them why they wake him up, not their mother. And at the time, the mother was even pregnant. Anyway, so the kids said that they preferred their dad because they are scared of their mother. But they are scared of their mother. And also with him, he's not always on TikTok. They said that their mother is always on social media, and so he does not like them disturbing them or something. Also, they're scared of her. Lisa, okay, the firstborn, said that Nandi would say, guys, listen, I've raised you, now you can raise each other. This is the same person that was on a video saying that she is not our parents. You know that thing that our parents did where the firstborn raised the siblings. People were saying that she's doing that, and she said that she's not their parents. She's not stupid. She's not dumb like, our parents. She doesn't do that. But Lisa was on a diary session saying that her mother would say, guys, raise each other. Kulisanan. I've raised you. I guess she's done her. She brought them into the world. Now they must raise each other. Okay. So as much as I think they're trying to not present this picture that Lisa does a lot as far as taking care of her siblings, I feel like she does, because even when you were watching the therapy session, because Lisa did end up agreeing to go for therapy. I like the fact that she agreed to go to therapy, the firstborn, because I felt like in therapy we really got to understand how the whole situation, how heavy it is on her. And also she was talking about how she does not like the environment that her parents have created for them as siblings, and she feels angry at them, and it's very difficult because it's not as easy to direct your anger as your parents. So I feel like Nandi is saying one thing, but the kids are saying the other, and I feel like I'm tempted to just believe the kids. If the kids are saying they're scared of you because you don't do much, you're always on social media. If the kids are saying you always tell them to raise each other, if I just feel like I'm tempted to believe Wutsi. That's what she does. Okay, remember the video that I posted here where it looked like the car was moving and a toddler was carrying a baby in the car, and I didn't see any seat belts on, and there was no car seats for the youngest. So there are things like that where you feel like, okay, they were willing to put this on camera. I wonder what happens when the cameras are not around. So now, you guys, this past week we saw Nandi going out with the girls, which I felt like were strangers. I was like, there is no way that those are your friends. I was like, No, listen. When I come into like a restaurant and I'm greeting my friends, you're going to know that these are people I've known my whole life. Okay, those women were just there to shoot the show. The other one said maybe the one lady that looked colored. Sorry, you guys. So I feel like the one lady that she said was a casting director or something like that. Maybe she knows her because remember Unandi did the other reality show before this one, and she sounded like she might know Nandi, but they're not like, it didn't look like friends, but they were just hanging out having drinks together, and I felt like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to give us Nandi's life outside of her being a mom. And then Pastor Ina had these men come to do a Bible study, which I didn't understand. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, listen, I do feel like Unandi is such a good reality TV cast, because she lives an interesting life. You might not agree with the way she lives, but it makes for good TV. The only thing I don't like about the show is just how we are constantly seeing kids that are put in an environment that really is not good for them. And also just me wondering all the time what happens when the cameras are not around. If this is what we see when the cameras are there, what do we not see when the cameras are not there? But other than that, you guys, it is a good show. Now, end of this past episode, we see Nandi's parents come to visit, Nandi's mom and dad. They said they live here in Durban, so they're in Joburg to visit. And also they've decided that the Rev's parents are also going to come, or the Rev's family is going to come. Now, that is purely for TV. I think they're just bringing the two families together just to create drama. There is no reason for both the families to be visiting at the same time, unless everybody's really friends with everybody. I cannot imagine my family being at my house the same time that my in-laws are at the house. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Not that they don't get along, but it would just be too much for me, because how I am with my family is different from how I am with my in-laws. It just would be too much. If they have to visit, it has to be at different times, unless it's at some kind of an event where they have to be here all at once. And they don't hate each other, they get along. But I would just not do that to myself, I'm not going to have a whole, holidays with both the families in the house. If it's one, it's going to be one. If it's the other. So I do feel like, with Nandi having said that even the Rev did say the families don't get along, they are still fighting about what happened at their wedding, because apparently when they were getting married, sometime, when the wedding was supposed to start, the family decided to go to town and buy what, they needed something to wear or something. I don't know why you don't buy something to wear at the wedding before the wedding comes, but apparently they did that and it became a huge fight. So for the whole duration of them being married, the families are fighting about the thing that happened at the wedding. Crazy. I know. So I feel like them bringing the families together is just for drama, because I don't think that they do that under normal circumstances. Like in their normal life, they know the families don't get along. So it's interesting to see, though, when Nandi's family comes, the Reverend is upset about the fact that he wasn't informed about the family coming, and he also doesn't get along with Nandi's dad, so he's not happy that they're there. When he tells Nandi that his family is coming, Nandi is upset that his family is coming, and I think she doesn't get along with the mother-in-law, who is not really the Rev's mother. I think it's the Rev's aunt, if I remember, because I think the Rev did say that his parents are late. So that's going to be, I think next week we're just going to be seeing that drama, which obviously it's going to happen, because why would they now all of a sudden get along when they didn't get along for years and years and years, okay, of them being married? They did say that they've never really gotten along. So that's really what's going on with Nandi and the Rev. I am still enjoying the show. I am still watching. I think now I need to check how many episodes we have left. Maybe the finale will be the parents. The finale will be the parents coming. And there is another reality show, you guys. It's a family reality show that is going to come on Sunday, and I cannot wait. It's not, I believe that it's not a celebrity family show. And I like when they do shows like that, when they introduce people that we don't even know, and we have no expectation of how the show is going to go. But I'm hoping that it's going to be a nice one, because they are coming to take the 7 p.m. slot on a Sunday. And listen, don't play with that slot, okay? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about the show. And now you know how it is going. And what do you think about that tattoo? But what man would want to get back with you after you tattooed another man's name in your body? Nonsense. Anyway, thank you so much. Ngithanda kakhulu.